You are listening to Comedy Club for Kids presents Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense. Hey, bogey surfers, and welcome to a special summer holiday edition of Radio Nonsense, the official Comedy Club for Kids podcast that is suitable for absolutely everyone, including 100-year-olds. Yeah, but not 101-year-olds. Yes, I know that might come as a shock to you listeners, but you know what? I felt really bad that 100-year-olds kept writing to me saying how much they wanted to do nothing else but listen to this show. Nothing else at all. They didn't want to sleep, they didn't want to eat, they just wanted to sit there in their 100-year-old pants and listen to this from start to finish and not even go outside and shout at a goose. I've got so many letters. Literally, I'm sitting in letters right now. There are so many of them. So I thought, okay, I'm really sorry, 100-year-olds. I'm sorry for how mean I've been to you. You can listen to this show. But then I heard 101-year-olds had been teasing 100-year-olds about not being able to hear this show and telling them all spoilers. So, you 1 year older than centenarians are banned. That's it. No 101-year-olds. You'll all have to go outside and shout at geese instead. And hurry up, as no one shouted at any geese for at least a week, and they're starting to get quite feisty. Sorry, everyone. I mean, welcome. This show is for everyone of all ages except 101-year-olds, and of course, it's definitely not for yaks because they are just too silly. They're so silly. I'm Tiernan, which is an anagram of, well, maybe you should put your butt in a parcel and send it to the moon. You know, if you change all the letters for completely different ones. It is the summer holidays, sort of. It's just an unusual one, isn't it? Where you might be listening to this while on a staycation. And a staycation, I believe, is when you go on a holiday to stay, which I think is an island somewhere in your own home. If you don't have an island in your own home, do try building one by piling up all of the furniture you have in the centre of your living room, or if you have one in your garden, and then you can build a small moat around it and fill it with water, climb on top, and et voila, the island of stay. You can have a lovely time doing loads of holiday things like building defences so those mammoth stench bags you live with, grown-ups, don't storm your island being all angry that you've soaked the carpet with mud water for your moat. Maybe you can even create a new island language so the grown-ups won't understand when you tell them they've ruined your staycation and they should just smell off. Anyway, just a thought of something to do. Whatever you're doing with your summer, hopefully this podcast will keep you entertained for a very small bit of it, and there might be another one of these, or even two, over the next few weeks if we manage to get the audio machine at Radio Nonsense HQ working properly, and this show will return properly in the autumn either way. However, what is very exciting is that we're finally doing some live Comedy Club for Kids shows around the country yet again for the first time since March. We're going to be in Sevenoaks live on the Vine this Saturday, the 8th of August at 3 p.m. And then we're at the New Normal Festival in Wandsworth on August the 16th at 2 p.m, which I'm going to be hosting, so I'll be at that one. And then there's also going to be shows in Brighton, Poole and a few other locations too, and it's all very, very exciting. They'll all be socially distanced, of course, and they're safe and outdoors, and so there is a chance obviously that it might rain or we'll all get attacked by bees, but hey, that could be fun. Who doesn't love getting attacked by bees? It's brilliant. So you can get those mammoth stench bags, grown-ups, to check comedyclub4kids.co.uk for all the details, and please make sure they grab tickets in advance as we won't actually be selling any on the day for safety reasons, and to make sure the bees won't know there's anything going on until it's too late. They can't organise things last minute. They're too busy. There's busy bees. So if we can book in advance, it will completely confuse them. Right, for this summer special podcast, I have got some very, very special guests answering a few questions that you have sent in. I'm so excited to have them on the show. So, here you go. I am joined today by Matt and Rich, aka the Listies. Hey guys.
Hi. Hello. Thanks for having us.
Thanks very much for being here. How are you both?
Oh, you know, we're in Melbourne, so that's how we are.
What are you doing there?
Good.
That's where we live.
Well, we live here. Live here, but
right.
We've just got into another lockdown as of yesterday. So that's what's going on in the world of Melbourne. Everyone's being homeschooled. No big deal. Just the army are on the streets. We're not really allowed to go out the house once a day.
Wow.
So, yeah. Lots
that's
of
quite
home
exciting.
activities.
Yeah, it's super exciting.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
so a second lockdown. That's pretty. Is the
Mhm.
sequel better than the first, or
Yeah, it's like Aliens, you know? The
Yeah.
second one was
It's
better.
the-
Kids, not a good reference for kids. to be honest.
The Empire
all the
has
kids
struck.
have seen Aliens?
The Empire has struck back, I think, is probably where we are.
Better reference. Thank
Right,
you.
right.
Better
That's worrying though,
reference.
because in Star Wars terms, that means this one's got a really sad ending, and Han Solo gets all frozen, and then you're gonna have to wait for the third lockdown when all the Ewoks
I know.
arrive.
Well, and actually, my favorite Star Wars movie is the seventh one.
Oh.
So maybe we just got to wait for the seventh lockdown. So,
Yeah, that's.
What's
I
the
mean, you've got a
seventh one? Yeah.
while, but I mean, at least something to look forward to.
Yeah.
exactly.
That is very exciting, and obviously
Return.
I was calling both of you, or speaking to both of you for what was going to be a sort of summer special, but in Melbourne it's not very warm right now, is it?
No, we're both wearing jumpers. No one tells you this. I moved to Australia in 1994, Tiernan, when I was this fresh age of 14. And no one told us that there's a winter in Melbourne and it gets
What?
cold. And it even snows in
What?
Victoria as well.
I
You
don't
can go
believe you.
skiing.
No,
It's true.
that's
Yeah.
ridiculous. What are you skiing
No
on,
English
sand
people know that.
dunes?
I think we'll just have to try really hard to remember what summer is like. And if we get mixed up about anything to do with summer, maybe you can just help us, interpret, help us to remember what summer was
Oh,
like.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds. I mean,
totally.
that sounds fair. If it helps, it's summer where I am right now, and the sky is grey, and
Oh.
I'm not very warm. So I don't know if that helps you at all.
maybe we don't have winter. We just have British summer.
Yes, I
Yes,
think that's
totally.
it. Yes, I think if you put the word British in front of the word summer, it sort of cancels it out. It means that it's no
Oh, come on.
longer
There
a
are-
thing.
There are some nice days, aren't there? Some nice days. You know, everyone goes to the beach on that one nice day. And, well, we go to Edinburgh every year, and we're just amazed by how, the moment the sun even peeks out from behind a cloud, every Scottish person in the world takes their t-shirt off.
Yeah, because
just
you have to absorb all the
topless
vitamin D
men
as quickly
everywhere.
as possible, so that you
Yeah,
can then
yeah,
store it
exactly.
for the rest of the year.
It's like those lizards on the Galapagos. Is what the meadows looks like the moment. You know that?
Everybody just diving into the water and gnawing on grasses. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's great.
And then spitting salt out of their mouth. That's
Yes.
what the Galapagos guys do. Yeah.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what it's not just in Scotland. All over the UK right now, everyone's just, as soon as there's sun, we go outside and we spit at each other, which is actually very bad in current times with obviously
Yes.
the virus and things. But if you are listening to this, kids, please don't spit right now. Wait until the coronavirus is gone, then spit at other children.
And that advice also goes out to other all Galapagos lizards as well. Don't just stop spitting, guys. It's gross.
Don't
You
do
know?
it.
It's in front of David Attenborough too. It's so rude.
Very rude. It's very rude. Matt, you were about to say something that sounded very important.
I was just going to say, if you do need to spit on someone, just make sure they're a member of your immediate family. If you live in the same house.
Yes.
That's probably
I
what
think
would
that's very good advice.
Thank you.
Yes, only spit on your closest relatives.
That's
Like your nan.
I don't-
You can spit on your nan or your dad. I think that's fine. Yeah, don't spit on any strangers.
only if you all live in the same house.
Oh, sorry, in the same house.
yep.
Yes. It's very good.
That's the
Yeah.
real thing.
And if you're outside, it's probably okay to spit into your elbow, isn't it? I think that's what you have to do
Yep.
if you need to spit.
Yep.
Nobody
Actually-
covers this. I mean, I feel like you guys are giving some very important public information. I haven't seen any billboards about this, no campaigns about where you need to spit if you've got to spit.
I know.
I just feel like this is the most irresponsible conversation I've ever been involved in my life. You two.
Well, you say
Honestly,
that.
I'm outraged.
You say
I'm
that, but the
outraged.
kids listening to this now know that they can only spit on members of their own household, whereas before they
That's
might have
true.
been spitting all over the shop. And if anything, I think you may have saved
We're
lives.
saving.
So I think
Oh,
it's
thank you.
very
Welcome,
important.
everyone.
Good.
It's like, oh,
Excellent.
hang on, my
Good.
phone's ringing. It's the Queen. Hello. Yeah, you're welcome. There you go.
Yeah.
That was the Queen. She's
Whoa!
Yeah.
I can't believe we just had the Queen guesting on this podcast
yeah.
to say you're welcome to you two. That's you guys have got the connections. That is incredible. Does that happen often? Does the Queen ring you up to thank you often?
All the
Oh,
time.
all the time.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
time.
She's always thinking about Australia.
She
Yeah.
And she always calls, and she's got an amazing ability. Like, everyone else has to listen for the podcast to be released, but the Queen somehow is able to hear it live.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
Well,
I mean, of course she does. She's the
Maybe.
Queen.
the Queen gets an advanced copy, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, we have to. It's how
but-
she of everything that's ever recorded, the Queen gets an advanced copy of. I think that's how it works. I think
Right.
you don't see her out much because she has to spend every day listening to 600 hours of audio recordings
She's
before they go out.
Well, she outsources some of it to the corgis.
Yes, of course.
actually.
I
Oh,
know,
hang
of
on.
course.
It's the corgis calling. They say hi. There you go.
Oh, that's nice.
that's
And you
nice.
can speak Corgi.
Oh yeah. No, everyone in Australia
Yeah.
can. It's very close to kangaroo,
It's
so
true.
it's just an
Yeah.
accent change between speaking corgi and kangaroo.
My goodness. I might be going too far with this. Is Corgi short for Corgaroo?
Oh,
That is so
I don't
true.
know.
I think a corgi would actually fit in a kangaroo's pocket quite nicely.
Oh my goodness.
You know, they're about pocket sized, aren't they? They're a smaller dog, a corgi, and they've got short legs, so that wouldn't be a problem because your longer-legged dog wouldn't fit into a pouch properly. You've got to have the short legs; they fit in, and maybe that's actually what happened is when the first fleet arrived in whatever day that was, and 17 whatever.
16th of October.
Yeah, and some corgis got out, and they've just been sort of ever since. They had, in order to get it around, they've just grew bigger legs, pouches, tails, the whole
Maybe.
thing. I think we've solved it here, folks.
I mean, because you couldn't put a greyhound in a kangaroo's pouch, could you?
no, you couldn't catch it for a start. You wouldn't want to,
No.
unless it was in the same family.
True.
You know,
Yes.
like you said earlier.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Then you can spit on it. Yeah. It's is it a good idea if somebody owns a corgi to also then get a kangaroo so the kangaroo can take the corgi for pouch walks?
I don't know that you can you own a kangaroo, Matt? I think it's like the Queen in England. She owns all the swans, doesn't she?
Yeah, supposedly. Yeah.
Rich, what are you talking?
Well, I think a famous Australian owns all the kangaroos. I think. I don't. Who is it again, Matt?
Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue. That's right. Kylie Minogue owns. So the Queen owns all the.
Yeah.
Kylie Minogue owns all the.
They're all
kangaroos.
Kylie's
That makes
kangaroos.
sense.
We just get to borrow them for a bit.
Yeah, they are.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice of Kylie
It's lovely.
to let you borrow them. It's interesting because the Queen owns all the swans, but like I never see a name tag on a swan, like please return this swan to the Queen. Like when I've seen a swan, there's no indication it's the Queen. I don't know if you have to look under its feather or something and see a little stamp.
Well,
but
the way that we know what kangaroos are owned by Kylie Minogue is that they're all wearing hot pants. Just like tiny little short.
The funny thing is, Tiernan, this is a true story, not a fanciful one. We're doing a series of fun things with our art centre in Melbourne. We're doing a bunch of videos because they've got a whole collection of all these amazing objects, this magic and costumes and all this. And they have Kylie's hot pants
In a museum.
wow.
in a museum.
Is she annoyed? Like, because what's she wearing?
Well, she's very cold because it's winter
A
down here.
towel.
Yeah, of course.
And they're her hot pants. They're what keep her warm. They're her hot pants.
So her bum
you know.
must be
She
freezing.
wears Her bum must be freezing.
Well,
I just feel sorry
her
for
bum-
Kylie. And Danny, too. I mean, Danny's also probably in a similar boat.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, the poor Minogues.
Yeah, it's real sad.
Oh, well, at least they've got the kangaroos. I mean, I feel I've learned so much. I've barely even got to the questions for you guys yet. This is incredible.
Oh, sorry.
No, don't be sorry. This is this is exactly the sort of edutainment content that the children need right now while they're stuck at home. This homeschooling about where to spit and who's got a hot or cold bum and who owns the kangaroos. This is the real learning. And what I wanted to ask is that obviously while it is winter where you are and summer where I am, a lot of kids here in the UK are not doing holidays this year. They're doing staycations where they are staying where they are. But people are confused. Some people think a staycation means staying in the same country, which it doesn't. It means staying at home. But I wondered if you had any tips for. Well, you're both in lockdown again now. So have you got any tips for like keeping yourselves amused if you're stuck at home or you're staying at home?
Well, I thought you could actually make some chips, like some hot chips, like you'd have at the beach, and then just go in the garden and then try and get attacked by a seagull, and it would feel a little bit like you're at the beach.
What if?
Wow.
What if
you've
Rich?
got
you could spend a whole week
Yeah, go
making everyone in your family, like everyone that you're allowed to spit on, a seagull costume, and then you could
good.
eat a chip, and then all of your family could attack you.
Oh, that is so good. I mean, they sort of do anyway, don't they?
Right.
You know.
That's good, because that was going to be my question about if you've got no seagulls nearby. So it's a good idea is to get the family to dress up as. Otherwise, is there a good way of bringing seagulls to you? Is there any good way to kind of, I don't know, call seagulls? Can you hire a seagull?
1-800 Seagull. You could call a Seagull. There's a hotline, I think, but also you could just do the secret seagull summoning call, which Matt will now demonstrate.
Are you ready? Okay. I just want to make sure that nobody is listening to this on speaker, because the second that I make this noise, seagulls will descend upon you and
it's a good warning.
It'll be like
they might steal your phone like it's a chip. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to give everybody a brief moment for them to put their headphones in or wind up the windows of the car. Ready?
Yeah. I'm going to make
okay.
If you're in a lighthouse right now.
We got it?
Closed all my windows. We're okay. Yeah. I think we're safe.
Hey, seagull! That's it.
Wow. Oh my goodness. And several
amazing.
just flew past my window and luckily didn't know where they were going. It's fine. That was quite incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how you do it.
He trained for a long time to learn how to do that call.
I did.
Didn't he?
I have.
That's what, when you hear seagulls say, that's what they're actually saying to each other. And they're not going, rah, rah, rah. We just hear blah, 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 but they're actually going, hey, seagull, hey. Especially in like Edinburgh and seaside towns in the UK.
That's great. And I like that they've got the beginning of the conversation, but then they don't move on to any, there's no more conversation.
Well, what are they going to talk about?
That's
like,
true,
it'd just be grim conversations like, have you eaten anything delicious out of a bin? Just assume the answer is yes.
Yeah.
I'm a seagull. Yeah, of course. I ate something out of a bin. I saw something under a chair and I ate it. I don't want to have that conversation. Gross.
Yeah.
I just want to say hi.
That's fair. Yeah. I think that's nice. It's like they're not getting to the horrible or boring bits of the conversation. Yes. They're just doing the nice bit and then carrying on with like attacking someone for their chips.
Only the exciting part.
That's great. That's really great.
The other idea I had was Melbourne is famous for having the Great Ocean Road, Tiernan. We've got a very beautiful road, and it's called the Great Ocean Road, but it's on land, so that's a bit of a misnomer.
Right.
But it's got beautiful views, and I thought what you could do is print out pictures and then stick them to your car window, and then just go. You could have sort of a road trip. And it's someone's job in the car to go, and maybe someone outside just changes maybe pictures from National Geographic. They could stick to the window. Someone could spill a juice box all over themselves, and then someone has to go to the toilet and they're not allowed to for ages. And it would be like a car trip.
And then you could have...
That's a really lovely idea.
You could have pretend Little Caesars as well. Like you could stop in and get a snack, and that's a good idea, Rich.
Yeah. Oh, little chefs,
is it? Oh yeah, yum.
Matt attempted a local reference. That you still have little chefs in Tiernan.
We do still have little chefs. We do have listeners to the show that are in Australia, so they will know a little. But I like how much more grand a Little Caesar is to a little chef. We just have a chef, whereas you have a tiny Roman
like a
emperor.
Casino.
Yes, which is incredible.
Matt.
Yeah.
Do you get served sort of like things on a bed of grapes, fed by someone with a giant leaf wafting it at you? Is that?
Yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of chaise lounges, and then there's a vomitorium, so you get to spew it all out.
Oh yes, but only on close family members, obviously.
Obviously,
yes.
And also not in the vicinity.
You know what's really weird though?
Yes,
can't get a Caesar salad. There you go.
Whoa, that's bizarre. That's so strange.
It's so weird.
God. Maybe Little Caesar's just sick of them. Maybe he's had so many in his life. He's like, the one thing I don't want anymore.
It's too obvious too. We just want them to be surprised. We're going to come in.
Too obvious. Yeah.
Maybe he's allergic to anchovies and he's worried he might have a seizure.
Wow.
I apologize for that.
That was great. I'm very impressed. I love the car idea. It's environmentally friendly, so that's good, isn't it? If we all just sat in our cars and didn't actually go anywhere, that's a really nice idea. And you can even have someone outside throwing like bugs at your windscreen so they splat.
Oh, that's good.
It's really
too.
good. It's really
good. Someone could like jiggle the car and you could go, I wish someone would sort out these roads. These potholes are terrible.
That's great. And then you can all have an argument as well. Don't forget, you've got to have an argument at some point about something
exactly.
ridiculous.
And someone could fart and you could go, who was that? Seriously.
Someone could get cast.
Wind down the window.
Yes.
Yeah, someone could, exactly. This is just the gift that keeps
also,
on giving.
Can I just say, none of this needs to happen in a car. You could do this in your lounge room. You could do this in the bathroom. You could do this in the toilet. You could do this on the toilet.
Oh.
And then...
Why don't you do it in the bath? One person sitting behind the other one. You can pretend you're on a bobsled.
Wow.
And someone could just get pictures like from National Geographic from like the snowy mountain peaks and just whiz them by. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And you could, You could have a fan.
I love how...
And people can throw bits of ice at you as well. If you've got some ice cubes, just throw it at you.
Yeah, that's good.
Great.
That's good.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
You could have...
Well, I'm really impressed
with visual
with
comedy there.
All your suggestions. Those are amazing suggestions. Thank you so much for those. And
good.
I've also got to ask you, this is I can see you because we're talking on the Zoom, but it's an audio podcast. So most people will just be hearing all the noises. And I just wonder if you both have a favourite noise that you like to do.
Matt does an annoying noise in the car.
But Rich, I can't fart now on cue. Is that the one you're talking
about? No, not that
sorry.
noise. No.
Oh, that's not an annoying noise? So I can do it again?
I mean, that's an upsetting noise.
Upsetting.
An upsetting but always inevitable noise.
Do you? Hey, have you got it?
It even sounds sad. It goes, That's like a silent but deadly. If you turned it right up, it would be like...
Like a sigh, like a sad sigh.
Oh. Yeah, like that. Anyway, but Matt does do an annoying noise in the car.
What is it, Matt? What's the annoying noise?
It's pretty much what it says on the tin. You go, annoying noise.
So annoying.
It works at any volume, any pitch. It's my favorite noise. Annoying noise.
Yeah.
Annoying noise.
Annoying noise. Makes me so annoyed. It just makes me so annoying, man.
That is so annoying.
It's very annoying. I've been practicing it in polyphonics as well. So like, annoying noise.
That's how Buddhist monks annoy each other. They're like, annoying noise.
It just takes a very long time.
It was a...
Yeah.
I just did it as an online course in COVID times. And yeah.
Did you?
So I learned.
Was it a TED Talk? Was it one of those master classes? It was Meryl Streep going, "Hi, I'm Meryl Streep. And in these 14 videos, you're going to learn how to be really annoying on car trips."
Yeah.
How long is the course? How long does it take to learn an annoying noise?
Well, there's two streams. One is advanced, and that's just one course. And it's basically they just play you a clip of the annoying noise and then you do it. And then the other one goes for 6 years. So you have to train.
Wow.
It's an app.
It's every day from 9 to 5. And I encourage kids to practice at home. Like maybe while you're at home in your summer holidays, this could be your staycation activity, learning how to make the most annoying noise.
It's a great
there's actually, the app Duolingo. Tiernan,
yes, where you can learn another language. Yes,
annoying is actually on that. There's a new. It's beta. Yeah, it's beta. So it'd be like I am annoying. I am annoying.
Basically, it's just South African.
He is annoying. He is annoying.
So can I try? So is there any? Because I've only heard you say annoying noise as the words. Can you say any other words in an annoying noise way?
I haven't done that course yet, but I could try. Like I'm unqualified to make these noises now, So if I get it wrong,
Yeah.
I just hope that you guys will support me. And
Yeah,
It won't be that
I believe
annoying.
in you, Matt. I think just why not reach for the stars?
what should I say?
My name's Matt, and I'm really, really annoying.
Wow!
Wow.
Wow! Well, that was amazing.
I'm really good at this.
Oh,
That was great. That was
I'm
really good.
I'm so
Yeah,
annoyed.
it's
It was
annoyed
very
now.
annoying. I feel really annoyed.
what if I try to
right now?
I could try giving you a compliment.
Yeah, go
hang
for
on,
it.
hang on. I'm just going to put my annoying cancellation headphones on. Go ahead.
I really like talking to you.
Wow, that is awful.
Yeah.
But I mean, thinking about all the skills so far, you could call a seagull to you and then probably make it go away very quickly by annoying it so much.
It is my life's work to make that happen.
Yes.
It would
Beautiful.
look like the seagull was your familiar, because you would be like, ha ha, come, and then you'd be like, think on.
Yeah.
I should
It would
also
look like
check
you're a wizard.
that. Rich, do you have a noise as well? Or?
I don't think I do have an. I think Matt's annoying noise is my worst annoying noise. What's my noise, Matt? What would my noise?
Your
be?
noise?
Matt,
Your noise would be
you
like,
tell me.
my name's Richard.
No, it wouldn't.
Is that it?
Wouldn't.
It sounds like it. Hang on. I'll try it again.
It would be the sound of thought. It would be like,
Oh, what? Oh,
That would be
I know
mine.
exactly
Like,
what. Yep, I got it, Rich. It's like this.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Look at me.
No.
It does
No,
sound
it
like
wouldn't.
you,
It
Rich.
would
It,
be like-
sounds just like you. Yeah.
No, it does not. It does not. You're both being very rude. It would be the sound of like, oh, I've just found a new book of Anglo-Saxon coins. That would be my
Look
favorite.
at all the pretty coins in my boo.
Stop it, Matt.
Do you want to go, Tiernan? It's really
Stop it. We're like,
There's
oh,
yeah. Hello, my name's Rich, and I'm doing all the thinking with my brain. How was that?
I
How
can't
was
believe
that?
I'm getting heckled from the other side
So
of the
good.
world right now.
I'm sorry, Rich. I just wanted to practice. I think I might have to take this course. I really enjoyed that actually. So it's good.
It's on Duolingo.
I'm going to check it out. Well, thank you. That was a brilliant noises from you both. Thank you. And the other thing is, obviously, this show is for children and for families, and so it has to be suitable for everyone. Except, well, it used to not be suitable for 100-year-olds. I used to have a rule, but we've moved now. It's now 101-year-olds because I feel like 101-year-olds have had it too good for too long, and I'm cutting 100-year-olds some slack. But I just wanted to check if you. I just want to make sure that you know it's family friendly, and I just want to check if you have a rude word that you definitely won't be saying on this episode.
Oh yeah, like totally.
definitely,
I will not
definitely.
be saying.
I'm.
No, you
Go on,
go,
Matt.
Rich, because mine is.
No, you go. What were you?
Well, I was gonna say well, I'm not gonna say fart whoop.
Am I going to have to hang on? What? Am I going to have to beep you out here?
Fart whoop.
Hang on, what
'Cause
did you?
I don't want to give a bad. I don't want to give a bad impression of Australians, Matt.
Hang on,
You
Matt.
know,
I
like,
can't
you
hear
gotta
what
be
your
polite.
word. What's your word you're not going to be saying?
Fart whoops.
Fart word.
What?
Fart whoops.
Ugh.
I'm not gonna say that. I promise. I won't say fart whoops.
Oh, please don't say fart
seriously,
words. That is horrific.
I'm not gonna say that. So,
From
I'm not gonna say
From now on, I'm going to bleep you out, Matt.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, so you
So I
can't
won't
it.
say.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not gonna say it.
Okay.
Wow, that's better.
Yeah.
That's much better than you saying fart
Yeah.
whips. Yeah, please don't say
Yeah.
fart whips.
Yeah.
again.
Okay.
exactly.
I won't-
Rich, have you got a word?
Well, I absolutely not. I mean, that would be just too rude. The idea that you would injure. I mean, say there were 100-year-old, or indeed a llama that I know also occasionally listen. I've heard this podcast before. Say you were to say a word like, for
Fart
example,
whoops.
fart whoops. That would be exactly the kind of word I would never want to say, because I wouldn't want to offend any 101-year-olds by saying fart whoops, and they might just it might creep into that. Maybe they're listening to this podcast as they go to sleep.
And then they
And
turn it on,
The word fart.
and they hear fart whoops. They hear poo blanket.
Whoa!
Yep. They hear doggy wobble. They hear that, and they're like, "Don't. That's too rude. Too rude."
Wow. Rich, have you vanished?
Richard's vanished again, and he's on one.
I can't. Yeah, he's talking lots, but there's no sound
He's on
coming.
one. He's gone.
He's gone.
Thank
Maybe
goodness.
he'll rejoin.
It's just you and I.
It's fine. Now we can do the proper content.
What would you
proper
like to talk
quality
about? Do you want to talk?
I mean, I don't know. I was fascinated by the annoying noise. Oh, hang on. No, he's come back. He's come back with
Hello. Hey. Yeah. So it was a Zoom issue. I have no idea. It just dropped out. I was being hilarious, obviously. And obviously just how funny I was just broke the internet.
Wow.
I mean,
well,
we've all been there.
it's yeah. That's it. The internet laughed too hard. That's what happened.
I think it was because we were being rude, to be honest, Tiernan. Like, we were being rude. You were asking us to say rude words. And, we're a double act. And in our double act, that is not my area.
Well, hey, now, Rich, I was asking you which rude words you wouldn't be saying. So I think, let's get this straight. We're very careful about this show. And as Matt pointed out, we won't be saying fart whoops
definitely
or
won't.
poo
I definitely won't
blanket.
say fart whoops or poo
just
blanket.
Be
Definitely.
clear here.
I promise.
Okay, look, I'm going to ask that you bleep out the word poo blanket from here because poo blanket is unacceptable.
Definitely.
I will definitely beep out poo
It's
blanket.
the most messiest thing.
And I won't
It's
say
the most
anything.
messiest thing that can ever happen. If you ever get poo on a blanket, for example, if you're at the park and you lay your blanket on a dog poo that was fresh, you would never get that poo out. So poo blanket is not only rude, but it brings up bad memories for people who that's happened to.
I was going to say it's a very good reason to stay inside, isn't it? Like you're not going to end up with a poop blanket in your lounge room, are you?
Agreed.
Unless
You say that. You see, I've got my daughter is 2 and a bit, and we are potty training her at the moment. And there have been poo blanket episodes within our house. So, not from her, from me. But
Look,
it just
you know what?
it doesn't help that she's there.
Yeah, it happens, and don't judge yourself. It's
No, do judge yourself. If you poo on a blanket and you're not do judge yourself. I believe in positive. That is positive thinking gone too far when people get poo on blankets and they don't blame anyone. Someone's to blame.
Some people can't help it, Rich. Some people, they get sick. They get poo-ronavirus.
All right.
Can I? Oh no! Right, let's stop that right there. This has gone too far, and I'm worried we've upset everyone in the world. The reason I've got you two on this podcast is because we've been sent in proper questions. We've been sent in proper questions by Soren, who sent the first question when they were aged 8, and the next question came very quickly afterwards, but said aged 9. So I don't know if they quickly changed between emails. I don't know. Maybe it was their birthday that week, but either way, Soren is either aged 8 or 9 or somewhere in between, and they've asked 2 very important questions, and I don't know if you want to deal with them one by one or you'd like them both straight at once. How do you feel?
Could you try saying them at the same time? Like you say both questions simultaneously? Would that be possible?
Okay,
or do we have to
let's
check on.
I'll try. What is dragons in Pokemon eat food?
Well, I think that's clear. Matt, would you like to take the first question? I'll take the second one.
So the first question was, what do dragons eat?
Yes, you got that very well. Good. Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I've never thought about this. Like, dragons are heaps old, aren't they? Generally. And they're from heaps old times. So they're probably 8 nights, I think. Maybe the knights that used to ride with their jousting sticks. And they used to in the olden days they used to have joust through restaurants where you would just ride in your the most famous one I guess is probably called Lancelot's. And
Nice.
I think that they probably would have waited till the knights had gone through Lancelot burgers and just stolen their burgers and eaten those, I reckon.
Probably ate them at night time and they had a midnight snack, perhaps.
True.
Yeah.
So,
True.
I mean, because I'm guessing some of it must have been quite spicy because dragons are always breathing fire, right? So it must have been a lot of hot sauce or something.
A lot of hot sauce, a lot of chili.
They'd have a night vindaloo, maybe.
They would.
Yeah.
Nice.
Curries. Do you think that they would have then, so they eat spicy things before the fire mouth blast period? So, to gear up for that, they're nomming down chilies and Tabasco sauce and sriracha. They're give it to me. Then they do their fireball mouth amazingness. And then after that, do you reckon they're soothing with a sorbet or a cold
Ah.
gelati or something like that.
What do you get at the Indian restaurant that you dip your poppadoms in? That minty stuff. You know that?
Raita, yeah.
Raita. There you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yogurt.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
do you think because many of us, and I'll try and say this in the least rude way possible, but many of us, if we eat hot sauce, the next day we have burning bottom poos, and they are horrible. But if you're a dragon,
yes.
and you breathe all the fire out of your mouth, does that mean they just get fresh minty poos?
Yes, it's that thing where everyone the next day is singing that particular Johnny Cash song. I think that they're actually going to be fine. I think they get it all out because, if they were like...
I'm going to say the opposite. I think the next day the world is a fiery poo blanket. Oh, no, I said it.
Oh, no, Matt, no!
Oh, I'm
Seriously.
so sorry. Oh, hang on, it's the
Awful.
Queen. Oh, it's the Queen. The Queen's calling again.
Queen's calling.
Ah, the Queen.
Okay. Yeah, all right, I'll apologize to the corgis. Sorry.
I'm glad
Sorry, I
she
didn't
really-
do that.
Was she very angry?
Rich, she was ropeable.
Is she kicking us out of the what's it called? The Commonwealth Games? Or are we still allowed
The
to
Commonwealth
go?
Can't.
No.
Well, actually, they're just not going to send us season 6 of The Crown.
Oh, what a punishment! Oh, that's
What
terrible.
happened?
Oh,
You know,
no.
Matt, I should have got you while you're on the phone to the Queen. You should have asked her what dragons eat, because I'd have thought she knows, because dragons are always sort of dealing with kings and queens and stuff, weren't they?
They really were, weren't they? Oh, I should have asked her. I can't just call her now out of the blue and ask her.
Big fan of the Horde, the dragon, isn't it? Big fan of the Horde. Sitting on all the stuff it's got, just a big old pile of silvery bits and bobs. The Queen's probably similar. She's probably sits on all her gold and listens to all the podcasts, I imagine.
Yeah, but do you think, because we're discussing, if the dragons eat all that hot food and it does burn their bums, maybe it's really nice to sit on a load of gold?
That's
maybe that cools
why.
off your bum.
That's why.
That's
Well done. We solved it here first. That is excellent.
Dude.
Excellent logic. Yes,
Wow.
indeed.
Great.
Yes, indeed.
Well, that was a pretty definitive answer very quickly. I'm very impressed. Hopefully
think
Soren
so.
will be very pleased with that. They eat nights and lots of hot food, and then they sit on gold to cool off their bums. I think
Cool their
that's-
bums off.
Yeah,
And
that
this-
is great.
this-
That's
The second question was about what do Pokemons eat?
yeah. What is in Pokemon food? So I don't know Pokemon, and I don't know if Pokemon food is the food they eat or if it's branded food. I don't know. How do you interpret that?
Well, I don't know much about Pokemon. I'll say that, but I do know how to get Pikachu on a bus. You just poke him on.
How'd you do that? Oh,
Wait, I got it. I know what Pokemon food is.
What?
Pokemon food is when you're eating and then a little bit of food falls off your plate. The way you get it back on is your Pokemon. Then that becomes Pokemon food.
True.
Whoa.
And you can have Pokemon at home, or you can have that's what Pokemon Go is. It's Pokemon. It used to be Pokemon to go. Like how Americans say to take away, but they shortened it because
That's
it just
great.
takes too long. Pokemon to go.
Oh, so Pokemon Go is like Uber Eats.
Yes,
Right.
but for Pokemon, yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's the food that falls off your plate and you have to poke it on.
Yes, it's a niche market. I think Heston Blumenthal has a restaurant based on it, where you just you get your plate, it's empty, but all your bits of food are just little bits around the edge, and then someone comes with a small snooker cue and just pokes them all on.
That'd
and
be
you eat it.
amazing.
It costs
That'd be
£100.
great. But would there have to be a waiting staff person coming up first who just sort of throw food around your plate? That'd be a great job if you're the person who's like, here's your dinner, and just chucks it all on the table.
Yeah, I mean that's basically how Matt cooks anyway.
It's a kind of cuisine, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
I learned from Heston Blumenthal. He was in the annoying course that I did online. Yeah. He was one of the other people.
Everyone has to
Is
know
that
those
because did he
glasses.
learn how to make really annoying food? Because one of his ice creams is like snail ice cream, and that's the most annoying thing because I see ice cream and go amazing, and then it's got snails in it. You're like, that's so annoying. I don't want to eat that anymore.
So annoying.
Do you want to eat my snail ice cream?
Ah,
That's
That's disgusting.
Heston.
It's like a foam. He's into those foams, isn't he? It's very conceptual. It's like his food. You sit down and someone just like shows you a burnt piece of wood and goes, "That's your entree."
It's awful.
Yeah.
It just sounds like the most horrible dinner. Foam isn't for eating. It's for like putting out like fires with.
It's for putting out fires with and gathering on the seaside waters of Britain. That's what foam's for, isn't it? Yes.
Yes.
For like accumulating on the beach in Britain. No, don't lick that foam.
Oh, because I was thinking like
I'm allowed to say that because I grew up on the seaside. So I'm allowed to say that about England. I'm not being a smarmy Australian saying we've got better beaches because I've lived in both places. I'm just saying that to you, all right?
That's fine. I'm very impressed you grew up on the seaside. It must have got very cold.
Well, it was, but luckily I wasn't in the Minogue family. Let's just say that.
Oh, of course, phew.
Otherwise, my bottom would have been freezing.
Phew. Matt, you were going to say something about foam.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like foam, like in your mattress.
No, Matt.
Yeah, like
that's
it is.
This is a
People
famous
eating
chef.
sleep.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, and this is like a
People
foam,
like when you're having a midnight snack and you eat your pillow.
Yes,
like that kind
happened
of
to
foam.
Me. Yeah. When you have a dream about a cloud, when you have a dream that you ate a cloud, and when you wake up in the morning, your pillow's gone.
Oh, that old dream.
Yeah,
that is
that one.
It's pretty late here. Can I say? Yeah,
cloud eating.
Wow. I mean, I love the idea of Heston Blumenthal just going, "Here's your dinner," and throwing a pillow on your plate. So I can't believe we should really run our own Heston. I mean, take over those Little Caesars. I think there's much better ideas coming out in this show.
Well, maybe this is like everyone's like their staycation project is to just open a restaurant that like a Pokemon restaurant where you set up a little table in your lounge room and then you get your mums and dads and your stepdads and your stepmoms and your guardians around. And
that's good.
You do like a little fine dining, get white tablecloths.
Yes.
White napkins folded up and placed across laps. And then you get a big pot of spaghetti bolognese and just dump it in the middle of the table. Then you get your pool cues and you start poking. And then if they yell at you, you go, "It's a Pokemon restaurant."
That's great. And then you shout at your nan, "Eat a pillow! Eat this pillow!"
Eat this pillow or it's fiery poop blankets for all of us.
Oh, poor old man.
Oh, Matt.
Yeah.
Matt, again.
Oh, no, I said it. I didn't even
said it again.
Oh, we're never going to get let back into... we're never going to be allowed... I didn't notice that. We're never going to be allowed to go back to Edinburgh, Matt. They're going to stop us from going... They're going to stop us at the border. They're going to go, "Can I see your passport, please, sir?"
You're going to be banned.
I'll go, "Excuse me, Mr. Fart Wobble."
Oh, no! Unbelievable.
I said my last name. I said I wasn't going to say my last name, and I said it.
What, Matt Fart Wobble?
That is...
Rich, don't say Fart Wobble. I don't want everyone to know that's my last name.
Seriously.
That is very awkward when you get your passport out and everyone has to say it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's really awkward. Wow.
I always feel sorry for Winnie the Pooh as well.
Yeah, I know. Really,
he must have had a terrible time. Must have had a terrible time at school.
Must have been awful. Yeah, but also I can't work out if is his middle name, like Kermit the Frog. Is that his middle name, or is that the?
I think it's a double-barreled name. Like like the Pooh. He's from a long, and he'd go home and he'd be like, "Oh, I'm so sad," and his mum and dad would be like, "Don't worry, you're from a long line of the Poohs, and we're a very proud family." Nana, go and talk to Nana the Pooh about all the things that the Pooh family did for this. Where does he live? Sleepy Hollow.
100 Acre Wood.
100 Acre Wood, that's right.
I never really thought about Winnie the Pooh's relatives. Like, there must be, like, did he have a sister called, like, Christy the Pooh? Or, like...
Susie the Pooh, probably,
Susie the Pooh.
Gavin the Pooh.
Yeah, Dave the Pooh. There's a whole load of them. Yeah, there's absolutely loads. Steve the Pooh. There's absolutely loads of Poohs, Yeah.
I never thought of that. Their family tree.
Yeah.
Do you know, I think the rest of them don't really seek fame, though. I think that Winnie's the one that's gone out and done all the stuff, but the rest of them just work in like accounting and stuff.
It's true.
They'd be very boring jobs. Yeah.
That's the coming out of them. That's not the poo side. That's the.
Yeah.
Because it was actually the family before they married with the poo family and became the poos. The family were very boring. They were mostly accountants and coin enthusiasts and things. But the poo family, they were crazy rock and rollers. Showbiz people.
Wow.
And they mellowed each other out, which you really see in Winnie.
I've just realised that we've been saying this whole time that a poo blanket is a word that we shouldn't be saying. I'm very sorry, I didn't say it there. I was just saying it's a word that we shouldn't be saying. But obviously, for Winnie the Pooh, a poo blanket is just his own blanket.
No, that would be the poo blanket.
Oh,
and also,
I see.
Yeah. And there's an H in there as well. There's an H. The H makes all the difference, doesn't it?
Yes, of course. Poo.
It's a silent H.
Yeah, poo. Yeah. Good point. Wow, I feel like we've cleared up a lot of stuff today. This has been fascinating. Thank you both so much for joining me on the Radio Nonsense podcast. One last thing, and I hope Soren is very pleased with those answers on dragons and Pokemon food. I don't think you'd get a more succinct or definitive answer anywhere else in the world. But I just want to check, what are you guys, obviously you're in lockdown in winter in Melbourne. What are you up to at the moment? Is there anything online that's children on their staycations can check out? Where can we send people?
Yeah, people can find us on Spotify, the Listies. You can find our albums on Spotify. You can get those into your ear holes. We are on YouTube. You can find us on YouTube. You can, if you basically write a message in a bottle, just hi Listies, how you going? And
Chuck
then flush it down the toilet.
Oh, yeah,
then we'll write back to you as well. So
we
always
do a thing. We do a thing every second Friday. It's as frequent as we can make it. It's called Friday, and it's a live stream sort of chat that we do on Fridays, every other Friday. So that's on our Facebook. But if you're not on Facebook, you can see that streamed on our website, thelisties.com as well.
And because you are in the Australia time and some of the listeners are in the British time, if they don't get to watch it live streaming, is it up there later, or will they get to catch it another time?
Yeah,
we've
got a bunch
YouTube channel.
Yeah, but it usually coincides with summer wake time in the UK, because we usually got some folk from Scotland who join us on our Friday broadcast. So yeah.
Oh, fantastic! And of course, the annoying courses on Duolingo.
Yes, it is, along with Klingon and also Icelandic as well, which is another made-up language. Yeah.
So much for us all to be getting on with in these times. It's so great. Well, thank you so much thank you so much. It's lovely to see you both, and thanks for joining me on the show. And very good luck with everything, with the seagulls, with the annoying voice, with Kylie's cold bum, everything really.
Good luck to you and the poo blankets at your house.
Enough.
Thank you.
No, I'm allowed to say it. There was an S at the end, so it's poo blankets.
Okay.
Of course. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Cool.
Thank you. I can say poo blankets.
Thanks for having us, Tiernan.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much to the Listies, Matt and Rich, for speaking to me all the way from Melbourne, where it isn't summer at all and everyone wears jumpers and Kylie has a cold bum. I hope, Soren, that you listened in and found those answers very helpful, and I hope all of you will now go away, study annoying voice to expert level, control seagulls, and only spit on people you live with. If you would like more episodes of this show, then we need questions from you so that I can ask comedians to answer them. And you can send those questions in and ask us anything you like in the universe by asking one of those mammoth stench bags, grown-ups, to help you. Email us at podcast@comedyclub4kids.co.uk. You can also send in any jokes you've made up or anything else you'd like to tell me and the team at Comedy Club for Kids about. Maybe how your island of stay has gone and how those defences and moat have actually worked. Thank you to all of those of you who've given the show a lovely review on Apple Podcasts. And if the grown-ups listening fancy buying us a coffee for the information we've bestowed on you, then they can do that via the Acast supporter link on the podcast or by ko-fi.com/Comedy Club for Kids. And please do check out comedyclubforkids.co.uk and come and see us at a socially distanced, hopefully bee-free show near you soon. Radio Nonsense will return in the very near future, but until we do, guard your staycation island wisely, only use your seagull calling powers for good, and don't forget to wash your hands, do a stupid face and fly into space. I think that's it. I think that's the message. Or maybe you wash your hands after you've been to space. I don't know how dirty it is in space. I mean, where do aliens even poo? Is that what meteors are? Bye! You have been listening to Comedy Club for Kids presents. Radio nonsense, radio nonsense, radio nonsense, radio nonsense, radio nonsense. It's the end.